In December, I told you about these NFT land sales called Spaces that were selling for $3,299. Well, fast forward a few months and they are now selling for over $20,000 minimum. And next week, we have another chance to invest in these same big time spaces. Let's dive in. A few days ago, I got the chance to see pre-alpha gameplay of the Big Time game, which is a new MMORPG play-to-earn game. And I gotta be honest, I was shocked. Their team is much farther along in development than I realized. And I'm even lucky enough to partner with Big Time and get you guys some access to see early gameplay as you're seeing right here on screen. And that's not all. If you watch to the end of this video, I'll show you one way you can get early access to actually play the game too. Normally, playing a game before the rest of the public has access is pretty cool, but with play to earn, playing it before everyone else is actually a massive advantage. So with all that being said, let me walk you through my thoughts on Big Time, and if you want to get early access, you can watch to the end of the video. I should first start by saying that this game is free to play, which in this day and age is great. The team behind the game has prior experience working on multiple massive AAA games like Fortnite, Overwatch, League of Legends, and Call of Duty. In Big Time, there is a huge world to explore and high quality graphics. This is probably one of the first games that I've been super interested in that includes play to earn mechanics and NFT assets that players actually own in the game. Now, there are some other play-to-earn games and NFT games already out there, but this one is much bigger in scale than those other ones I've seen so far. Players are rewarded the more they play because you have the ability to craft or upgrade items of higher value. And because you actually own those items, you can earn real-world value from these virtual assets. Big Time is also taking a unique approach to this game, which I think is really important. They are somewhat a hybrid between Web 2 and Web 3 gaming. This allows for easy onboarding and an even easier barrier to entry for the average gamer, while also including some of the best parts of blockchain technology, NFTs, and play-to-earn functions. In fact, I would say that it's almost necessary for this hybrid step before we've seen true mass adoption of blockchain games, as the gap between current games and Web 3 games is quite a lot for most people to grasp. What Big Time Game does really well is it takes the best parts from both Web 2 and Web 3. From Web 2, it's a free-to-play game, as we said, and you don't have to pay to win, but you can invest money and time into the game to get aesthetic and achievement upgrades. Now, from Web 3, there are cosmetic NFTs, non-fungible tokens, that players can purchase to make their characters look cooler in-game. They can sport unique armor or weapon skins. However, if we switch back to Web 2 real quick, players can actually purchase these cosmetic NFTs with a credit card. This is much easier for someone who has never used a crypto wallet or set up a MetaMask account for gaming before. Now, flipping right back into Web 3, they have utility NFTs, which are primarily space NFTs that are utilized to craft equipment, which generate the in-game tokens to run the Big Time ecosystem. We're going to touch on spaces in a few more minutes, so keep watching. As you can see, there is definitely a hybrid scenario of both Web 2 functions and Web 3 functions, which I think is really good to allow mainstream gamers to find their way into this blockchain gaming universe. Now, as a side note here, I really think play-to-earn games are the next major wave in NFTs and have the ability to make some people life-changing money. That sounds like a grand statement, but I truly believe that. I've been saying this a lot lately, and there's a reason for it. Think about how big the gaming industry is. Last year, the video game market was $86 billion. And that's just in the United States. The gaming industry continues to be one of the fastest growing media markets in the entire world. So what happens when you give some of that revenue to the players of the games instead of just the major studios that make them? After all, having NFTs and play-to-earn tokenomics essentially just shares the profits from the game ecosystem with its players. Worldwide, there's about $180 billion in the gaming industry every year. And because that number is growing so quickly, there is a ton of potential money to be made for investors and players alike. It's my personal belief that we are so early in Web3 gaming that we all have an incredible opportunity if we just get involved. So, on the macro level, you can quickly see just how much potential there really is. Although I'm not normally an RPG player, I much prefer FPS games and mobile games, but I can say with confidence that this game is much closer to a playable beta stage than most people probably think. In fact, the team told me that starting next month, yes, in April, the Gold Pass NFT holders will get early access to play the game. Those early VIP gameplay passes are currently sitting somewhere around 2.4 Ethereum, as anticipation is growing for this game. There are 3 NFT passes available to buy on OpenSea right now. Gold, which gets first access, then silver, and then jade. But as I said in the beginning of the video, there's actually another way to get access to the game. That's a 4th pass called the Ruby Pass, which is not available for purchase. Big Time Studios is actually partnering up with me on this video to give 5 of you guys watching this from my video a Ruby Pass. To enter, click the link in the description below and sign up for a free account. In addition to the Ruby Pass, there's also another Big Time Spaces sale coming up on March 24th at 9 a.m. Eastern. Spaces are similar to the land or foundational NFTs in this game. They have different sizes and rarities, and there are sockets for each type of space. Spaces allow you to upgrade and expand your time machines. Time machines unlock unique playable features and utility. So, for example, timekeepers require 2 sockets to help hunt for big time tokens, which is the token that will be used throughout the ecosystem in the game. Using the time machine also allows for installation of new portals, extra rooms, and even crafting specialized areas. Spaces can also be used to expand a base layout, or forge items using 3 sockets, which actually help you level up NFTs to a higher rarity. In other words, spaces are a very important foundational NFT used to progress and upgrade items in the game. You may wonder, where can you get these? Well, the space NFTs can be collected in-game by playing, or they can be purchased from the Big Time Marketplace. It's important to know that these are incredibly rare and difficult to acquire. Let's do some quick math. There are supposed to be 600,000 total spaces in the game throughout its life cycle of 5 to 10 years. About 10% of them were sold during the first sale in December. So if the rest are only accessible by playing in the game, we can expect to see somewhere in the ballpark of 200 to 300 of these spaces get collected in-game each day over the 5 to 10 year period. Now, with potentially hundreds of thousands of players playing worldwide, that is a very small chance you're going to get lucky enough to get a rare space drop in-game. So it may be worth looking to purchase one of these in these limited pre-sale periods. I know I'm personally looking to pick up a large Exalted space, which is the most rare one in the game, as I've already seen that great ROI, again, from $32.99 all the way up to $20,000 each. And that was just from the first sale in December till now, about 4 months later. And the game isn't even out yet. So if you want to try to pick up an Exalted space, again, Exalted is the most rare version of space you can get, which means they will be incredibly difficult to get in the game. You'll still need to pay with a credit card or US dollar coin, as the NFTs will not be available on the Ethereum blockchain until the marketplace gets updated in Q2. As I said earlier, it actually might be easier for a lot of people to pay with credit card, which helps onboard more people. But for most of you guys watching this channel, and myself included, I know I'd personally love to pay with Ethereum because that's what I'm buying all my other NFTs with already. Either way, I will definitely be trying to get the largest and most rare Exalted space. I currently do not know what the price of these Exalted spaces will be. The team has said that it will be more than the first sale, but it'll be lower than the current floor price. So my best guess is that a large Exalted space might cost somewhere in the ballpark of $5,000 to $6,000, or 2 to 3 Ethereum. Wrapping things up, I'm excited for next month when the live gameplay should start to come out with the gold VIP players getting access. I'm sure we'll be able to see just how valuable spaces are at that point and get an idea of how the game actually feels. If you want to check out more about anything I covered in today's video, I left a bunch of resource links down below in the description. Other than that, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe for more content. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.